Sag, hello, and welcome to your Winter 2023-2024 Shapeshift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like for the winter season. I'm Andy, I'm your reader, and I'm joined today by the Starlore Astronomical Tarot, which is a deck of illustrations from historical playing card artwork that's over 300 years old. So Natasha Roland of Urania Press reformatted this for the tarot, and we have it here to show your shapeshift this winter. All right, how is Sag shifting during the winter season? Whoa, 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 so many cards. Huh. Look at this. Okay, let's check this out together. We have the crow and the crane in between the lyre. And we've got this like same bird showing up in all three cards, which is beautifully creepy. I love tarot. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is the crow, the King of Wands is the lyre, and the crane is the Nine of Hearts or Cups, Nine of Cups. So I'm noticing like the head positions. So the head of each bird slowly changes position. In the crow, it's got this like dipped inward curve, and then in the lyre, it's the Lyra constellation. It kind of slowly starts to uncurl and pick the head up. And then in the crane, the head is facing up and out. Maybe like in a more specific direction. Because the Knight of Pentacles in the tarot is an energy that moves kind of slowly. It slowly plods along or works away at something. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the King of Wands coming in with the music of the lyre seems to be introducing some sort of instrument or some sort of like a fire under the butt with the King of Wands. Some sort of new sound or new thing is introduced that makes the bird, you, want to pick your head up and face in that direction or listen differently. Or like it injects some kind of energy into things that turns it from this sort of like nose to the ground Knight of Pentacles, like, okay, I just got to work at this. I just got to keep plodding on. And then the Nine of Hearts, suddenly there's this like awakening of desire, or this like, oh, actually I have wants. I have things that I desire. I have things, you know, and it's this like shift. Picking the head up and looking up and out to remember something. Remember like what your heart really, how the song of your heart, or like how your heart really sings, what makes your heart really sing. And it's not just doing the same thing day after day, or like just putting your nose to the grindstone and working. There's also pleasure. There's also music, you know, there's okay, that's sort of an interesting place to start. Let's turn to the guidebook. I like the guidebook a lot because it gets into the Starlore as well as like the divination and cartomancy of each card. So that's something that I'll be sharing in the shifting space more specifically, but we'll get into this a little bit here. I'm kind of trying to see what I want to look at with you, Sag. How much time do we have? Okay. Yeah, let's look at this Knight of Pentacles. I'm just really curious. The crow. It seems obvious why the creator of the Astronomical playing cards paired the Corvus constellation with the Knight of Pentacles. It is a perfect term. It's a perfect fit. The term knave formerly meant a boy or young servant, and today it can also describe someone who is dishonest or a swindler. In the myth of the Corvus described above, we see the crow is definitely a knave. He is performing a service for a divine being and is thus an uninitiated helper apprentice who will need to carry out several tasks, make many dutiful offerings to Lord Zeus, and learn a great deal about honesty, respect, and being unselfish before advancing to become a master or spiritual adept under the all-knowing God of prophecy. Okay, so interesting. We're getting this like picture of someone who does actually have to kind of put their nose to the grindstone and learn the fundamentals before they can advance into some sort of next level or mastery of something. In the alternative myth, Corvus is a messenger crow who brought Apollo news that his lover had married a mortal man, and so the bird, who was originally white, was scorched black by the incensed god of the sun. So not everyone will resonate with being sneaky or disrespectful, so if you are sent on an errand, try not to get distracted. The crow is certainly clever, nothing wrong with that, and in the end, he became part of a dynamic grouping of stars. Work diligently, be observant, and have friendly good humor. Okay, fine. So it does give you that nose to the grindstone, just keep your head down and go ahead and work and learn what you need to learn and stay humble. Don't be stupid. You know, it's like, it is that sort of advice or energy. Are you shifting out of that shape? I don't know. Let's look at the Nine of Hearts. The crane. A good omen and a symbol of prosperity, the crane energy can be embodied to help us express grace, devotion, loyalty, open-mindedness, longevity, and transformation, as well as for seeking personal justice while we wade in the experimental waters of life. The dance of cranes is a dance of joy and vitality. Hermes, as a messenger god and herald, announces good and glad tidings to those who are free, said Aeschylus. And drawing this card, you may feel an inspired level of joy and commitment, sticking your neck out to partake in life's great pleasures and drinking your fill. This persona is well supped and refreshed, having feasted to the heart's content. A delightful omen giving the go-ahead to indulge. You are or will be soon experiencing a glow up in appearances, and there is a satisfaction with the way your life has brought prosperity. Okay, guard against overindulgence while you are enjoying your life so that addictions and bad habits don't form, but express gratitude for how fortunate you have become. Okay, so I guess we'll briefly read the King of Wands so that we have the full rounded general idea of these cards before I say anything else. In this energy, if you desire to create something of great worth and utility that also has ancient roots or traditions and stunning artisan qualities, you will be in the right place at the right time to find the perfect materials needed to create your masterpiece. With your endeavors right now, every piece will fit together like a puzzle and will resonate with others. People will notice the invisible harmonics of what you create and produce. Great. A trusted confidant and a natural leader of fair judgment, an artistic renaissance. Okay. Yes. Has the charisma to make listeners feel at ease, to sit back and be amused and inspired. So it seems to me like, yes, you, Sag, may be in this space where you need to commit to a little bit more discipline in order to learn something. You know, you got to start somewhere and you can't just jump to the level of mastery that you always want to immediately. You have to put in the work. And I see that here with the Knave of Pentacles. And I don't think that's a step to skip, but I do think that while you are doing this, something comes in and re-inspires you and reminds you why you are doing what you are doing. So that while you're putting in the work, you can also feel pleasure. You can also have fun. You can also enjoy yourself along the way. Both can be true. So I don't think you're necessarily totally shifting out of this and totally shifting into this. I think it's a realization that you're allowed to pick up your head and sniff and smell the roses while you are walking this specific disciplined path. It doesn't have to be so extreme. I'm either working and focused and disciplined and deprived, or I'm overindulging and care footloose and fancy free and doing whatever I want. Like, where's the balance there? Can you keep yourself hard at work while keeping yourself like inspired and indulging in pleasure? And if one is sort of out balancing the other, how do you bring yourself back? Like, this lyre just feels like there's this tool, there's this thing that continuously inspires you, and you need to go to the songs, go to the museums, go to the things that inspire you to remind you why you do what you do, so that you can feel rejuvenated to keep doing it. Okay. Sag, there's likely more to this story. So we're going to use some other cards now and start clarifying and get more specific into your shapeshift for winter. So if you'd like to join us for the rest of this reading, click the link in the description box below, and that will take you to the shifting space where we will investigate all of the shifts for all 12 signs together as a community and see how we are all shifting personally and collectively together over the course of the winter season. So maybe I'll see you for the rest of this reading, Sag.